Jolene and I like writing stories.
My name is Monica and I'm 8 years old and I like telling the stories.
My name's Elsa and I like story mapping.
In the Storytelling School, all children learn to be storytellers as a natural way of learning both language and subject content. The children tell the stories from memory, not reading them, but telling them from their imaginations.
My name is Archie, I'm 8 years old and I love to make my own stories.
My name is Kibas, I'm 8 years old and I like drawing as well.
Would you like to know what Pluto looks like? Well, look no further. He is tall like a giant. He is handsome as can be.
I would strongly encourage any head teacher who wants to develop the literacy at their school to consider the storytelling approach. It has worked very well for us, not just for the children with low levels of language acquisition, but also for the higher end as well.
All over the country, schools are adopting the Storytelling Schools method because it works well.
One day it grew and grew and grew.
First, it raises standards in writing. Second, children like it, so it gives a way of engaging with education for some children who might otherwise be reluctant. And thirdly, it's inclusive. The methods are suitable for all ages and abilities that you'll find in a primary school or a secondary school.
Children across the ability range have developed their skills in literacy, in communication, in oracy, and I cannot see any downside to using the approach.
In this clip, we tell the story of one school on its journey to becoming a storytelling school.
Our Lady School is situated in the London Borough of Tower Hamlets. Tower Hamlets itself it has a high level of social deprivation, and Our Lady School mirrors that. 65% of the children come in who are on free school meals.
It worked like this. In every year group, the children would learn 6 stories per year, one every half term, and the story would be used as a basis for teaching literacy, both fiction and non-fiction units. We came back to the school in April 2013 to see how they were getting on, and this is what they said. Think of a favourite thing about the storytelling approach so far, something you really like doing.
Things going on in all the classrooms, but they're all very different interpretations of the same model.
I really like that it's been a chance to tell whole stories to the children rather than just a chapter or a few pages of a story.
The person who was on the boat had left the basket open. Then he turned around and went, naughty birds.
There's that sense of enjoyment. So every time we start a new topic, a new story or a new piece of storytelling, they're really excited. They know what's going to happen as well, so they kind of comfort in that. But also in terms of like when we've done non-fiction, when we've done science and things, it's just so much easier because you can refer back to something that we've already done, like instruction writing, and they can apply it, even though that's a few weeks ago or months ago even, and they haven't forgotten. So, which is really good.
Have you ever wondered about the Viking warfare? Well, I have, and I've wondered about many questions. For starters, what was Viking armour made out of? Viking armour was made out of wood and sometimes leather, as it had to be light. Viking helmets were made out of bronze and iron. Contrary to belief, Viking helmets didn't have horns.
What changes have you seen? What impacts have you seen on children's language skills, whether speaking, listening or writing? How's it helped them?
They're using more complex language because they're now using words that, because they've got an action, they can use that repeatedly. So we'd do additionally or next, because they've got an action to go with it, they'll then use more complex language.
Additionally, he has a long cloak, black beard, black hair, and sits on a great big throne.
Yeah, I think the success of the project really comes down to what the kids have put into it, what the staff have put into it, what the management have put into it, and the fact that we have done it as a team.
My name's Oliver, and I like storytelling because it's like the one time where your imagination is not wasted in your head and you can actually tell everybody and read it out, so it doesn't be wasted in your head all the time.
In the digital age, there's something important about one-to-one, person-to-person communication. Storytelling skills are essential for children to give them a good start in life so that they can communicate with one another and tell the story that they want to tell. Storytelling gives every child a voice.
My name's Chloe, and I like storytelling because it boosts your confidence because it helps you with your mistakes in your work, and it's just really fun.
The Storytelling Museum approach seemed to encapsulate everything that we wanted to develop the children's language acquisition, to do it in an interesting and fun way, so that overall the children would be not just acquiring new language, but using it in real and interesting and meaningful ways, and in ways that captivated their imagination. I think Ofsted were very impressed with the children and acknowledged that the work that the school was doing through the Storytelling Museum project was having an impact on the results that the school had achieved in English over the last 2 years.
Do you live in fear of what might be waiting around the corner? If so, the likelihood is that you have an ogre in your neighbourhood.
One dark stormy night on a high rocky cliff stood a tall old man holding his young daughter by the throat over the cliff.
Have you ever wondered what Pluto looked like? Well, look no further. He is tall like a giant. He is handsome as can be.
Confidence and success builds confidence and success. When the staff saw the immediate results that they were getting with the storytelling project, they were instantly convinced of its potency and as a tool to develop the children's oracy and language and listening skills in a way that could only be dreamt of through textbook approach.
All around the country, schools are choosing to become storytelling schools as a great way to raise standards, inspire wonderful teaching, and engage children with education in a way that they love. If you want to find out more, then you can take a look at our website or read through the Storytelling Schools handbook, which you can order from the website, or if you'd like some help from us directly, get in touch and we'll do what we can to help you become a storytelling school.